Hello Moonbeam and welcome to your Pisces season pick a card reading. I'm so excited for Pisces season because I'm a Pisces, so like, I love this season because whenever we think about the most positive qualities of a zodiac sign, as we shift into that season, it's important for us to kind of look at those positive qualities and embrace them, adapt to them, and like figure out any way that we can amplify those qualities within ourselves in our daily lives within Pisces season. So when we think about Pisces, I mean, we got somebody who's very sensitive, you're very compassionate to other people, you're big into your feels, a lot of feels. So exploring your emotions and not like bottling things up, really allowing yourselves to be expressive and emotional, exploring your romantic side as well, digging into anything that's involving dreams or intuition. So my Pisces out there, I know if you're already, if you're not already starting to experience like dreams just becoming more and more intense, I feel like whenever I'm in my own season, my dreams are just like crazy. So, but that goes for everyone too, not just Pisces in particular. So anything that's involving that, your imagination. So anything that you can do to really expand on imaginative playfulness, daydreaming, and feeling out into like your psychic gifting and your psychic awareness through your sense of intuition, heightened sense of intuition, doing any psychic games and exercises to really kind of awaken that side of yourself, and just kind of exploring more mystical things and growing spiritually. So that's like our takeaway, our best lessons that we can get from Pisces season. So all that being said, let's get a little more specific and hone in on the particular messages for each of you guys watching. So we've got 3 piles of cards in front of us, and we're gonna do a pick a card reading to just kind of see how things are gonna go for you this season. But before we do that, remember that I literally just like blanked out for 1,000 years. Also very Piscean of me. So bringing it back together, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say this is a free reading, of course, but if you want to support me and allow me to help like doing what I'm doing, it would be awesome if you considered subscribing to this channel, following me on Instagram, and following me on TikTok. That would really help a lot so I can keep showing up here for you guys. And then I always just like to give a little, I don't know if these would be like rules or kind of just like, I don't know, themes that I abide by in my pick a card readings, because the internet's a crazy place. And if you're gonna be spending your time with me, I want you to know where I stand, and if we vibe together, and if we don't, that's cool. There's a ton of other people out there that you might be interested in working with. So here are the things, all right? 1, this is a reading for the general collective. So some things are gonna resonate with you and others just won't. Listen with your intuition, and if it's not for you, let it pass on through. Number 2, this is a timeless reading, so no matter what the date is, this is when you're meant to have found this video because it holds a specific message for you today. So why not settle in and choose to stay? And finally, number 3, and the most important, is that this reading isn't predictive, meaning we all have free will, right? So the choices that we make today affect the outcome of tomorrow. So if you don't like something I say, if you don't like the outlook in any way, shift your vibration to elevate your station. Cool. Thanks for sticking through with that with me. Okay, so now let's take just a minute to do a quick little meditation to breathe and allow yourselves to relax and just be drawn to whatever pile speaks to you. There's no right or wrong answer, and you can watch a couple of them if you feel drawn to more than one. That's cool. All right. Okay, pile number 1, here is your Pisces season reading. Let's start with your tarot cards. So I love this deck. It's the Everyday Witch Tarot. And let's just see what the universe has in store for you. This season, we've got the 6 of Wands, the Magician, and the High Priestess. Okay, all right. I'm already feeling like there's a lot of like like Pisces is turned up for you right now. Like this season is just like, oh, did you say you want to work on your magical gifting and abilities? And did you say you want to explore your intuition and your dreams? We're gonna make that happen for you. Like, hello, I'm Pisces. Like, let's get to work on it now under the beautiful like moonbeams of my season. So this is a very magical time for you. The Six of Wands, just to start with, feels like it's like celebration, right? But it's also like she's kind of like this badass, like she's being recognized for how amazing she is, and you can kind of see like all the people are just like, oh my god, we love you so much, and she's like, I know, you're welcome, here's a flower, you know, go get it framed, like what do you want me to sign? And it's because she's achieved something that people are really noticing for her and really admiring. So, you know, I did just get like a hit too that there's some of you out there that are doubting yourself so much that you're not actually aware of how much other people admire you. So you might be looking to everyone else and thinking, wow, so-and-so's really awesome at this, or like they're doing better than me in school or at their job, and like I just can't seem to be as good as all these other people. But what you're missing out on is the fact that there are so many people hidden in the wings that are admiring you. And they think you're amazing. Like just as you're thinking that for all these other people, there's a group out there of people who are your fans. So I want you to really tap into that energy and be like, wait a second, yes, I am good. I did this thing and I did this thing and this thing, and like, you know what? I'm proud of myself, and everybody else should be wanting flowers from me and my autograph. So step into that power and step into that sensation of like, looking back at all you've achieved and all you've accomplished and being proud of that, and knowing that there are so many people out there that if you were to list your achievements, even if they seem small to you, other people would be like, wow, I can't do that, or I tried to do that and I didn't do that. So feel into that, okay? Because that vibration of confidence, of sort of like a sense of being fawned over by people and like, you know, okay, I can accept this. It's like self-love. It's like we have a hard time sometimes loving ourselves, but other people can love us, and it's like it's harder for us to kind of maybe even see that and feel that within ourselves, but we're being asked to, okay? Pile one. So the Magician and the High Priestess, I mean, major arcana, we have one, you know, card number one and then card number two right after each other, and together these tell such a beautiful story of like your power this season. Like you are on fire with manifestation and magic. So the Magician, it's one of those cards that, you know, you see in front of this person all the elements of the suits. So it's almost as if they're bringing together every single thing that they need, every resource that they might need to accomplish their goals, to achieve their dreams. And it's really this like practical way of manifesting. So if there's something that you've been working on, and you know, when I'm talking about the Six of Wands card, you feel like, yeah, but maybe I don't feel like I've achieved it yet. I haven't like hit that milestone that I want. So this is the time, this season is the time to really dig into your witchy vibes and manifest what you want, because we have also the High Priestess. So together, these are like such a huge powerhouse at like having your guides work with you so closely and bring about the life that's going to allow you to live in high alignment, right? So it's not just when we talk about manifesting, sure, that's great. We could talk about like, you know, needing money or things like that. And, you know, if those are the things that are really important to you right now, awesome, focus on manifesting those. But I also feel like there's so much of this energy for you, group one, that's steeped in like spiritualism and spiritual growth, that I almost feel like you're being asked to like manifest how you can be your best self, how you can be living in alignment with your purpose, what your purpose is, digging into the elements that really contribute to spiritual growth, your spiritual journey and spiritual awakening, okay? Let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards and see what you have. Yo, psychic abilities. I mean, group one, what's up? Are you like you a psychic, you a medium, you out there thinking that you might want to start getting into reading tarot or practicing energy work like Reiki or healing? this is your time, and this is a direct sign from the universe that like this is where you need to focus your energy, and everything's coming together to help support that, if that makes sense. So just believe, have that confidence, and like seriously, just read the caption on this card too. Black cockatoo, which I don't even know exactly what that bird looks like, because it looks blue in this picture, but I'm assuming it's black. I don't know. It says herald confidence, companionship, and communication. Confidence! We were just talking about that with the Six of Wands. So these cards are literally just like so in line with what we've got going on for your tarot, and I love when that happens because it's just confirmation that all the vibes that we are picking up on, all the messages that have been channeled already for the tarot are being reinforced by the oracle. So psychic abilities, I mean, the High Priestess is like our magician, priestess, witchy, psychic, mystic, shaman, magical, you know, person. And we've got psychic abilities coming in to really support that. So I want you to literally look up psychic exercises and play around with them. I want you to look up, there's this really amazing book by Sonia Choquette called, it is amazing, I promise. It has nothing to do with me forgetting the name of it. It's called Trust Your Vibes, Trust Your Vibes. And this book really is perfect for people who are just wanting to explore their intuition and explore like their senses, because sometimes people get tripped up over the word psychic and they're like, I'm not a psychic. Like ultimately what it means is like you if you call yourself a psychic, you've just achieved a certain level of connection with your intuition and your senses that everyone's capable of. That's the truth. That's my belief. That's the truth. Like everybody is capable of tapping into their psychic gifts and their psychic intuition. So let's use this season for you. Have confidence, be somebody who's going to take action on this and not shrink away and question yourself. One of your guides, I don't know who this is, all up in this side of my business right now, is like talking about there's a lot of like things that there's self-doubt. So it's like I'm reading these cards really positive and someone's over here saying like, yeah, but so-and-so is not like really confident in themselves. Like they're needing this season to boost their confidence, because when they're going to be doing this psychic work and this magic work, and it's like you're already doing it is what I'm hearing too. It's like this is something that you've already been doing, but you are feeling like you're doubting yourself. Like, no, like I don't really think I got that message, or like, well, I don't know, I meditated and I felt like I saw this, or I got this message, but I probably just made it up. And you're just dismissing everything because you don't think you're capable of it. You're looking at everybody else and you're thinking, oh, so-and-so's really like, they're a medium and they're so much better than I am, and blah, 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 and I'm never gonna be able to do that. And your guides are saying really strongly, like, don't doubt yourself. Use the energy of this season to start growing your confidence. And as you share your story too, you're going to get more and more people who come out of the woodwork saying, wow, that's amazing. Oh my gosh, I've never experienced that. Oh my, you know, like, and supporting you and being, you know, your cheerleaders and wanting your autograph. It's like, this is the time for you to build your confidence in this realm, okay? And then the last card we have is from our self-care deck, and it's Look for Fairies. So when we think about this in relation to self-care, really it is kind of allowing yourself to explore that imagination and really just go outside and just feel the energy of the earth, or get some paper and paint and start creating things that allow you to explore and dig into your imaginative self. Also, if you're someone who works with the Fae realm, this is for you. Like, turn up the volume on your work. Like, I mostly work with different realms. I don't work as much with the Fae, but if that's something that you resonate with, then like, straight up, like, what are you waiting for? They're gonna help you with all of this. And if it's not, if you don't work with the Fae realm, this is really just a reminder that magic is all around us, even when we don't see it, right? We can't see fairies with our naked eye, but they're out there sparkling magic. So we all just need to focus on the energy of believing. Okay, group one, thank you so much for checking out this reading. I hope it really resonated with you. Let me know down in the comments and I'll be sure to comment back. And then of course, you know the drill. Like, comment, share, subscribe, please follow. That would be super awesome. And if you want to dig in deeper, if you want energy healing, you can check me out on my website and schedule a time to book a session with me, and I'd love to connect with you one-on-one. Okay, you guys have a lovely Pisces season. I'll talk to you next time. Okay, pile number 2, let's jump into your reading for Pisces season. Okay, so we are gonna start with the 3 tarot cards that I've pulled for you. So first off, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, and the Moon. Oh, all right. So group 2, I'm getting like a big family energy, a big financial energy. Could be related to career, to job, to financial issues going on. Because when we look first at the Queen of Pentacles, we have this motherly figure who's really nurturing, but she also is able to like bring home that coin, right? Like she is like the working mother archetype. So able to kind of take care of things at home, and then kind of balance that with providing a lot of like care and nurturing for her family. Family values are something that's really important to this, you know, character, this card, this energy. And then when we see that with the 10 of Pentacles right next to it, 10 of Pentacles is sort of that ultimate card in the Pentacles suit of like family completion, like we did it, we got through all the hardships, all the trials, have now come to this place of like we can all chill like happily with our little family together, and then we've got kids, and then there's grandkids, and there's cats and dogs, and we all just live happily ever after. We're financially set, we don't have to worry anymore. So for you guys, I feel like there's going to be an opportunity coming this month that will allow you to really step in to more financial success and more security. And if this is something that you have been wanting, like you've been feeling like I really want to get that promotion, or I need to switch jobs so I can either have a better work-life balance like with my family and be able to kind of like balance that, because that's a big thing when we have these like higher end Pentacles cards. It's really talking about family and money and the perfect balance that you have between them. So like working really hard to achieve money and achieve financial success, balanced with a healthy family environment, nurturing relationships that you have with the people that you care about in your life, and having not one kind of go at the sacrifice of the other. So, you know, think about how that plays into your life this month. And if you're on this precipice of like needing a new job, also consider that when you go into it, you still need to make sure you're maintaining that balance, right? Especially with like new opportunities, it's easy for us to just like go all in and try to achieve, and we want to make sure we're doing the best and get noticed, you know, faster, and make our boss feel like they made the right choice or whatever. But you know, it can come at the expense of like your health and of isolation with your family and your friends. So just making sure that that's like a key part of your career growth, of your job opportunity growth. Because it is easy to get swept up, but the truth is that success and financial security and money, it doesn't have to come at the expense and the sacrifice of yourself and of the things you like. It's sort of this corporate America capitalism like fallacy that we think we need to work ourselves to the bone in order to get that promotion and climb that corporate ladder. And like, this is just a reminder that it's like you can be set and you can still have your family and your love lives and your hobbies and everything else that you want in balance with each other, right? And sometimes the next job in the next, like, you know, the next promotion, it's like, do you really want that corner office, or are you happy at the level that you're at because you're able to have more work-life balance? So keeping that in mind, and we also have the moon here too, and I'm getting another sort of hit from some of you out there that this is, like, for some of you, I feel like it's about this career, but then there's another side of this reading for many of you that feels like there is an illusion being painted on the family unit of everything being perfect, or you're the one who's like putting up this front of like, everything's fine, it's okay, like I have a great family life, I have enough money, I'm good, I'm set. But in reality, like, that's not the truth, and you're kind of hiding that, and it's causing a lot more fear and a lot more pain and heartache and issue, because you're having to not only struggle with the truth to trying to achieve all these things on on, you know, behind the scenes, but you're having to spend energy projecting this lie that everything is fine, or you're living in it and you're kind of being inundated with the other people around you in your family units, your friends units, who are portraying this kind of false image of how things really are. So for you, let's just go ahead and jump in with our oracle cards next. Yeah, okay, so the first oracle card we have is truth, which is basically, so we've got the moon, which represents, you know, illusion, fears, things not being as they seem, and then coming right off of that, we've got truth. So the moon and truth together, it feels like this is going to be a time period, this Pisces season is going to be a time period where things come out. You know, the truth is coming out, light's being shed on issues revolving family matters, issues revolving financial matters, things that you might have thought have been like really set and secure and stable. You might be finding out that there's a different story to it this season. But it's not something that you have to really fear and put a lot of like dread energy into it. Remember, we have free will, right? So it's like, this is a guide. This is a way for us to kind of look at how things are going to be potentially unfolding this season and what we can do to really affect that change. And that's where the oracle cards for me and the way I read really come in. They're sort of like our resources and how we can move forward in the best way from a situation. So if you are somebody who's resonating with sort of this illusion, the message here is to really start speaking truth. It's to start being honest, and I don't want to say it's not confrontational, but it's like you're making a stand, you're making a choice to like actively seek out conversations with the intent of getting to the truth or expressing your truth, and honoring and acknowledging that there might be like pains and fears and traumas associated with some of these heavy issues. So really going at it from a place of love and being able to hold space. So the next card that we have from an oracle perspective of help and healing is the koala. Calm, perspective, imagination, and ease. Calm perspective. Calm, it says calm, comma, perspective, but I think we can look at it as a unit. Calm perspective. Have a calm perspective when some of this stuff starts unraveling and unfolding and you're just like, ooh, this is not the picture that I painted for myself. Taking it in with a calmness, and also perspective, meaning trying to see things from other people's point of view, other people's perspective, is going to be really beneficial for you guys this Pisces season. And our self-care card, our last card, is meditate, which is just so perfect because it's almost like, and you can see in the imagery of the card, there's this sort of swirling vortex above her head, which is sort of the connection to the higher self and the divine. But I also am just getting this vibe of like, the world may be in chaos around you. Things may be swirling, you know, tornadoes going on outside, but you're staying peaceful. You're meditating through it all. You're staying calm amidst, you know, the storm that swirls around you. And you can also provide this energy to other people who might be affected by the situation. It's like, instead of just kind of going down the spiral train when someone's like, oh my God, and then this is happening, and you're just like, I know, ah! It's like you can be the one who takes a step back, pauses, and says, you know what, actually, we're gonna be okay. We're fine. Let's take a second, let's just go on a walk. Let's just get out of the house for a minute and let's go on a walk, and we just need to breathe, right? And it feels like that's where your guides and your angels are really asking you to have strength. Have strength in that. Remember to see things from other people's perspective. Don't just get, you know, narrow visioned and how this affects you. Think about how it affects everything else and what other people might be going through, and try to achieve this sort of like meditative, peaceful state, right? Where you also, you know, I mean, this card, for the actual element of what it is, you know, meditation in and of itself is a tool that is so extremely helpful for you and anyone and me and everybody at no matter what stage they're at in their life. So just on a practical note, if this is something that you haven't tried, try it during Pisces season especially. So I want to go back to, because as I'm talking about that, I am getting one more hit about alternate interpretation for the moon card. And as I see it, things kind of playing out with the sense of illusion, the moon can also be interpreted as a deeper connection with your subconscious, deeper connection with your intuition, and I feel like this can be achieved and assisted through this meditative practice, especially in Pisces season, where we are all about the moon this season. We are all about connecting to that intuition, to that mystic realm, kind of digging in and diving into subconscious elements, right, of life, magical elements of life. So everything that's been going on when it comes to family and when it comes to money, one, you're being asked to seek the truth with it. And you're being asked to look at it for what it truly is and not get anything distorted with illusion, but also on the same card, being asked to tap into your intuition and your ability to kind of sort out what the truth is, right? So like using your intuition and the skills of, our, your lunar inner divine feminine goddess to really get to that truth in a peaceful way. And then again, we have our cards of maintaining calm perspective, meditating, and kind of processing everything from this higher self perspective and not kind of swirling down into this earthly energy. Yes, of course, feel your feelings, respect your feelings, like live your feelings, but ultimately try to understand where other people might be coming from and take big, deep breaths, knowing that you're gonna get through this, right? Okay, group number 2, thank you so much for checking out this video. And again, if you liked it, you can always support me by liking this video, subscribing to my channel, following me on Insta and on TikTok. And then if you are somebody who's interested in doing a deeper reading, if this really resonated with you, you can check me out on my website, tigermoonmystic.com, where I offer one-on-one readings and energy healing, and I'd love to connect with you in a more intimate space. So, okay, group 1, sending you so much love during this Pisces season, and I will talk to you next time. Bye. Okay, group number 3, let's do your reading for this Pisces season. What does the universe have for you? Messages of clarity and of guidance. We're gonna start with your tarot cards. I don't know what am I doing with my hands? Let's start with your tarot cards. Cool intro, Kaylee. Let me just do it. Okay. We have the Chariot, first of all, followed by the 2 of Swords, and finally the 8 of Pentacles coming into play. Interesting. Okay, group 3. What are you deciding on? You got some choice that's weighing on you. You're kind of feeling like torn between, a decision this way or that way. And it kind of feels like this burden is really taking a lot out of you. When we look at the Chariot, some people interpret the Chariot in different ways, but for me, it's really all about choices and, decision making, which way you're choosing to go down this road or that road, and what energies are you letting steer. So in the traditional Chariot tarot card, you've got 2 lions. I think they're some type of feline lion-y thing, and they're pulling this chariot, and one of them is black and one of them is white to represent polar opposites, like duality. One kind of representing going this way and the other that way, and it's like you have these 2 opposing forces driving you forward, and you need to kind of get them to work together in order to achieve your goal. But for you, I'm feeling, especially with the 2 of Swords, it's less about having these 2 separate ideas come together, and it's more about like a choice that needs to be made. And maybe there is some form, some variation of choice that does allow these 2 opposites or different options that you're kind of debating between, different jobs, roles, tasks that you've got. Basically, I'm feeling like weighted down, like on your shoulders. It's just like burden, and I don't know which burden to really help me move forward in my life. Like which of these 2 things is really going to be where I need to spend my energy and where I need to spend the majority of my focus. And with the 2 of Swords, I mean, it's just like you're at this place of just like, I don't even know anymore. Like I'm done thinking about it, I'm tired. Somebody just like blindfold me and I'm gonna throw a dart, and wherever it lands on the map, that's where I'm gonna move to. Like that kind of thing. You're like, I don't even care. Like let me just be over it, because it's causing me such it really does feel like it's just like exhaustion and just kind of like a burdensome weight, and you've been thinking about it, you're staying up at night thinking about these choices that you need to make, you know, what path is best for you in life. And yeah, I just want you, first of all, we're gonna dig into your oracle cards, so that's gonna help provide some guidance on how you should move forward. But I just want you to know that it feels like you're not seeing the whole picture. You know, in both of these cards, we kind of are having this element of short-sightedness, right? Like, so the viewpoint of the Chariot in this particular illustration, she's cut off from seeing what lies down either of those two roads. And then when we look at the illustration of the Two of Swords, she's blindfolded. And it looks like, you know, her crow or her raven, and then, ew, gross, sorry, I just noticed that I might have like ink all over my hand, that's cool. And her cat down here are like worried. They're like, girl, you're about to throw that knife and you're not even looking where you're throwing it. Like, you could murder me, okay? Don't. Like that kind of, it feels like everyone's just like, hold on, wait, open your eyes. Like, don't just like rashly make this decision. It kind of feels too like with the energy of the Chariot, this card holds energy of like drive, moving forward, sort of just like revving the motorcycle engine, like let's go, let's just go. Or like in the traditional one too, it's like, you know, you have the reins of the lions and you're just like, let's just move with that sort of roar of energy. And you're being asked to slow down, like just chill a little bit. Take a breath and really weigh the pros and the cons and what you feel like your choices are by making lists and, envisioning yourself in each of those choices. What do I feel like? What does my body feel like? What is my, you know, my heart telling me, my, you know, my gut reaction if I were to make this choice? And kind of, you can write that down, you can meditate on that experience, closing your eyes and really visualizing what it would feel like, and then stop, you know, walk around the house, shake it out, and then do the same thing with the other choice. Kind of reset, and then do it with the other choice. And see how your body reacts and how it feels. And again, just to kind of back up my gut feeling of you're not really seeing the whole picture, we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is really this card that represents like apprenticeship, further studying, gaining more knowledge. Like for many people, it's like going back to school, getting more education in a certain thing in order to make an informed decision, right? So when we've got these two choices, Eight of Pentacles is coming in to remind us that it's like, maybe you need to do a little bit more research before you just close your eyes and throw the dart, right? Like, let's take a breather on this and let's like dig in and see how we can make a wise decision, okay? Because I'm not feeling that you're needing to be doing anything quickly or irrationally. Okay, so your oracle cards, let's see how this contributes. So we have lighten your load, orangutan, and connect with crystals, which is our self-care card. So as far as lighten your load, we have this image of sort of this figure, this Atlas-like figure bearing the weight of the world on their shoulders, just being completely burdened, which is what I was saying before, burden, thank you, Spirit, with this decision. And when we think about the advice here, it's like lightening our load. A lot of times that means asking for help. So when we get inundated with the spiral type thoughts about decision making, we can think that it's all upon us to make this decision. So I want to encourage you, if you haven't shared your choices, what you're weighing between the two kind of like burden-esque things that are weighing you down, take some time to really share them with people, because it feels like other people are going to help you feel like you're making the best decision. Like it is learning more information. I feel like actually researching more information on each choice, but I also kind of feel like other people are going to help provide enlightenment to you through their experiences. Maybe they know something about one of the subjects that you're interested in pursuing or, you know, choosing between, and they're going to help you feel like your decision is like, it's lighter because you're sharing some of the weight of the choice with other people. And most people are more than happy to help give you some insight when we have these big choices. So don't think that you have to just keep it all within and make this choice and like, then it is what it is and I don't want to burden anybody else with it. It's like, no, allow people to, you know, share their life experiences with you, because it really might help you more than you think. And as far as like our animal spirit energy to help us to tap into orangutan is so fun, right? It's like laughter, playfulness, curiosity, patience. It's just this like bubbly, silly type of energy. So I feel like this message is, it's first of all, it's encouragement to that side of yourself. So if you're somebody out there who's like, I love to play, I love to be silly, I love to crack jokes, I love to have fun, you need to do more of that this Pisces season, because that's like your superpower to getting through this. And if you're somebody who's like, no, that's not really like how I like to let off steam, I'm not really a very like comedic person, I'm feeling like your guides are stepping in to kind of say, you need to look at the situation like you need to chill out, like you need to have a laugh about it, like you need to just take a breath and be like, okay, it's not like, you know, I'm performing surgery at this minute and I need to like figure everything out and have all the right answers. They're like, just chill. It's almost like I feel too, like for some of you, because of this, they are going to be sending you signs that kind of disrupt the seriousness of things, where it's like, you know how sometimes you can be having this very like serious moment and then something completely inappropriate happens and everyone's just like, oh my gosh, but the tension breaks, right? And so it's just like, okay, yes, we are supposed to be also balancing decisions with some lightness of heart, so we don't get consumed by the weight of the outcomes, right? Bringing that play energy, that laughter energy is so important for you this Pisces season, and it is going to help you lighten your load. So in some ways too, the simplicity of just hanging out with people and laughing is going to make you feel better and like more aligned to make a good choice, right? Because you're not just like by yourself, you know, in your little like desk or in your room just going back and forth with your pros and cons list. Like if you were to stick in that energy for this entire season, it's like you're gonna feel gross. So go and socialize safely with people, have some hangout sessions online or whatever it is, you know, playing games that you do to bring yourself some joy. And then after doing that, kind of go back and see how you feel about the choices in this lightened mode. And finally, our advice self-care wise too is to connect with crystals. So crystals are so wonderful when it comes to helping us manifest things and to channel and embody certain energies. I really love working with crystals, first for energy healing. That's one of the things that I do with clients, but also when it comes to my own energetic healing. And it's funny because when I first saw this card and flipped it over, I was like, oh, like we should be using crystals to help you manifest your choices or to help gain clarity. But I'm almost feeling like this is some groundwork, some grounding that needs to be done too. This is self-care, and it's like the laughter, it's like the play, like another thing that they're kind of telling you, and it's seemingly unrelated, right? To do like energy work to help you find clarity in this situation, but it is going to help. It's going to help you restore balance to your system. It's going to help you become more grounded, more stable, more looking at things from this like serene perspective. And you can even see in this image too how she is very much portraying that energy of being grounded and connecting with something that is so of this earth and of this planet that helps us to kind of like bring our energy to the place where we need it. So thinking about your chakra systems and meditating with certain crystals that can help you regain and restore balance with chakras that you might feel like are a bit out of alignment, that would be such beautiful self-care work that you could focus on for yourself this season, this Pisces season, in order again to just better understand what's going on, taking off that blindfold, getting the full picture, and making a decision from a place of enlightened peace. Okay, group number 3, thank you so much for watching this video, for tuning in. I hope this resonated with you, and of course, if you want to support, please be sure to subscribe, like, and share this video. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and then if you are interested in going deeper and figuring out a little bit more about what's going on with you, or considering energy healing yourself, because it sounds like you might need it, group 3, check out my website. So I offer one-on-one sessions, tigermoonmystic.com, and I'd love to connect with you in a little bit deeper way. So thank you again, Pile 3, and have a lovely Pisces season, and I will catch you next time.